What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Game Mechanics episode 14. Today we're going to go over the dungeon of Naheulbeuk, the Amulet of Chaos Chicken Edition. We're also going to go over the unique mechanics as well. You can select your difficulty preferences. The way the movement works is moving the party around is easy. Just click anywhere on the ground with left mouse click. You can also hold down left mouse click down to lead the party. You can also swap the leader by clicking on any character of your choosing. The way to move around is that there are two different ways to move. Click directly on the ground to tell the party where to go, or hold the left mouse button down to have your party follow the cursor continuously, or with the controller just use the left stick to move the leader. Remember that you can check the controls and modify them anytime you need in the settings menu. You have your map, which shows the dungeon rooms you've already explored. It also shows markers for some of the dungeon's points of interest. There's a quest marker for the main quest and another for the secondary quest. Markers investigate depending on the type of quest. When the rest of the quest is set on another floor of the dungeon, the marker will show you the closest stairs or elevator. The quest journal is where you'll find all current quests. Some items that block your path may be destructible, so that way you can destroy the object and that way you can pass through.
Sounds like an elf. Anyway, be cool. He's alone. This shouldn't be a problem.
The way the action points work is like this. Every character has two action points. They can perform an action and move once per turn. They can also move further by using both action points, sacrificing their action. This is sprinting. Order is not a problem. This means you can move then attack, or the opposite. Be careful, as some actions will end your turn even if your character still has two action points. To move to an available tile, you just move to wherever the tile is highlighted. So with backstabbing gives higher precision and will do more damage. So you need to orient yourself towards the orc to backstab him. With the action bar, you can see that you have different ways to attack your enemy. So you also have these things called afflictions. Afflictions just mean afflictions and status effects which can affect characters and their durations. You can also check in this box their dodge value and their protection value and their level and their threat level. To get protection bonus, you simply stand behind an enemy. And if your attack succeeds, your enemy may still dodge or parry your blow. It's not just about having high precision. For your character and your enemy character, you can see each one's battle and combat attributes. So for each of your character, you have these three weaknesses threshold from critical to average and minor. The affliction for each character works like this. So it's a penalty of -1 to movement for a duration of 2 turns. Both you and the enemy have turns that are turn-based. After you have defeated your enemy, you will gain a certain amount of experience points. That depends which character was involved to defeat the enemy. And also you get a varying amount depending on their actions. A character who goes unconscious during combat will suffer a small penalty to their experience gain. You can see which cabinets or boxes can be opened to acquire new loot, such as items or currency. So you have your planning phase. During the planning phase, you can deploy your characters before combat starts. You can change position your characters in the highlighted area. Movement doesn't cost action points during the planning phase, so you can take as long as you want to strategize. To dodge an enemy attack, you can simply go and hide behind a corner or hide behind an object. You have two types of cover. One is half cover and the other one is full cover. Half cover just means you'll take in some damage, but a full cover would protect you completely. So with the initiative is ranked depending on the character's courage. If their courage is equivalent, the higher their agility is prioritized, then the level of the characters. If the levels are the same, then it's up to chance. Your enemy has this thing called Overwatch. Overwatch just means he's keeping an eye on the area and will attack any enemy that enters it. Since he's not moved before going into Overwatch, he can make 2 Overwatch shots. If he had moved, he would only be able to make 1 shot. You also have the option to delay your turn intentionally. This way you can use a character that's a lot stronger and more effective and give you an edge over your enemy. On more how the Overwatch works is time to get rid of the Orc's Overwatch. Mouse over him to make his Overwatch area appear on the ground. And more details on the Overwatch area the enemy is watching. If one of your characters entered this area, they'll be targeted by an Overwatch shot. A character who has entered Overwatch mode without moving before, like this one, can shoot twice. If a character in Overwatch takes damage, or if an enemy moves right next to him, their Overwatch will be cancelled. During movement, you can set some waypoints by holding the left control and pressing a left mouse click. This will give you the ability to determine a specific path for your character instead of the suggested path. If the movement area becomes orange, this means you will spring Your sprint will allow you to move further, but will consume both your action points and your turn. So move your thief closer by setting waypoints on the highlighted tiles to cancel the orc's overwatch. You can also use the Alt key to make all overwatch zones appear. To get a standard ranged attack, then move your mouse over the orc to ready your shot. Your range is highlighted in red on the ground. The enemies within range are also highlighted in red. The range of ranged attacks varies depending on your weapon and some skills. If a character is adjacent to your target and in your line of sight, they will be highlighted in orange, meaning there's a chance your shot hits them by accident. The probability of this happening is equivalent to 10% of your precision. It is shown in red. The way you can support your other characters is this is a crucial mechanic. When an ally is oriented towards your target, like the thief here, they will provide you with their support. Usually support will grant you a 5% bonus to your precision. You can stack multiple supports, but only with melee attacks. It's like giving additional attack damage to your enemy. So in more details with your support, characters with high support charisma will gain a higher bonus to their precision for every supporting character. Here the ranger has a 9% bonus for his precision instead of 5%. Thanks to his charisma. Finally, as support does not require an action, a character can support an attack even if they are already taking their turn for this round. You can add extra attacks on top with the opportunity attack to face when fleeing. Each character controls the 3 tiles in front of them. If an enemy leaves this area, they will be hit by a opportunity attack. This type of attack deals slightly less damage than a normal attack, but cannot be dodged or parried. It can still miss, however. So you have your inventory for each of your character. There is a weight limit, so you can only carry a certain amount of items with you. You also have the option to attack with your secondary weapon. You can still access your inventory during the planning phase. This is for switching out or equipping with better items or replenishing your health. In here you can see that some of your characters can deal damages to multiple enemies all at once. I don't see anything too unique about this game. You've got things like Overwatch that's been seen in XCOM, and then you have the like Dungeons and Dragons type of theme that's been seen in other games like Baldur's Gate. And that concludes our video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment and subscribe.